Pen Hadow
became the first person to walk
solo, unsupported,
from northern Canada to the North Pole.
walking into the record books.
Pen Hadow's journey has been hailed by other explorers as an incredible feat.
As a feat of endurance, there is little to rival Pen Hadow's achievement, unsupported across the most forbidding landscape on Earth.
What's a polar bear's favourite headgear? An ice cap.
This is polar explorer Pen Hadow. He's the only person to have made it from Canada to the North Pole solo. And he's obsessed with the Arctic. And he'll talk about it again.
Essentially two Arctic-derived winds.
And again.
Get a slightly more glaciated U-shaped valley coming up here.
And again.
All I ever think about is the Arctic. All day, most of the night.
This is me, a documentary filmmaker. A couple days ago, Pen rang me up to ask,
Would you go to the northernmost rock in the UK?
why? Well, during his long career on the Arctic sea ice, Pen witnessed a rapid decline, which led to finding his ultimate challenge, protecting the Arctic Ocean. But when Pen realized what was happening to the Arctic Ocean was connected to here, his home country, he devised a mission to go all the way up to this rock, Outstack, which is closer to the Arctic than you might believe.
Trying not to think, guys, what lies ahead to get us to Shetland. The day we make landfall in Shetlands is the best day, and the next day do our most ambitious technical part of our filming project.
There are usually only a few days in the year that you can approach Outstack. The conditions in the North Sea are gnarly, meaning very few people have ever managed to clamber on it. But this weekend, there's a weather window. So Pen made a plan. Head to the very top of the Shetland Islands, and then go by kayak.
I have fantasized about this for 40 years, this particular type of kayak.
Up to Outstack, swim the last few meters, and then get onto the rock. The rest of us will be following in a support boat. And if all goes to plan, right at the equinox, the moment the sun goes below the horizon at the North Pole for the last time this year, we'll be standing on Outstack.
of September. We've got a high water at 124.
Amazingly, the swell is only 1 metre. It won't get much less for that. But if it's a little bit, well, we might be able to, might not be able to, that will pique my explorery tendencies.
Can you define what an explorer is?
Sometimes I've come across those who would say that the age of exploration has long since gone. To which I would say that explorers are not just storytellers, but they're story makers. They go out and they generate story material through the work that they do, the adventures that they have, to communicate the deeper messages that we're trying to share.
I can't get over how noisy I am. Everything is absolutely silent. Absolute silence in the fullest, most profound meaning of the word, except for me. Banging, crashing, squeaking, smashing.
In my youth, I treated the Arctic Ocean as an adventure playground.
The sledge is Basker's, which is named after my dog.
The more time I spent, the more I got to know it.
You won't see images like this very often. This is in the night on the Arctic Ocean at about 81, nearly 82 degrees north, 130 degrees west. A lot of the pans of ice are moving around and banging into each other. We're going to have to move camp now, which is a real pain.
I made my first attempt in 1994, my second in 1998, and my final and successful attempt in 2003. It was when I made my solo endeavour to the North Pole and found myself having to do so much swimming. I realised this is a huge scale change. The Arctic Ocean has lost 40% of its sea ice cover in the last 4 decades. It's the fastest changing ocean environment on the planet.
Oh, I know you.
This is Sophie. She's a photographer and producer.
Oh,
Hello.
good to see you.
And she brought the kayak.
There are polar bears to the south of us right now. There are.
there?
There are polar bear to the south of us, to the south of Leicester, to the south of London. And that is a long way south of us right now.
I think for this to make sense, we're going to need a map. So the UK is here. And actually, you can find polar bears further south in Newfoundland. Here. We're headed to the Shetland Islands, which is further north than St. Petersburg in Russia, the Scandinavian capitals of Helsinki, Stockholm, and Oslo. And the Shetlands are also further north than Narsimegit in Greenland and Juneau in Alaska. So the UK is really far north and really close to the Arctic. And why does that matter? I'll let Pen tell you.
Our coastal waters are actually flowing into the Arctic Ocean. And, you know, I have to say, I did not know that 4 years ago, 4 or 5 years ago. I didn't know that. What goes on in the Arctic Ocean is important for what goes on in the UK.
Good morning and welcome to Lerwick.
There he is. We are on schedule with no spare time.
To chance getting onto Outstack, you need to make it around high tide, so between 1:30 to 2 p.m. at the very latest. But first, we had to drive across all of Shetland mainland, then meet Nick at the ferry terminal.
You're good.
Have one of those. Good to see you.
3 knots average paddling speed.
Yeah, this is not a normal boat though.
Yeah, minus wind, minus tide. Was working out just over an hour or so.
Tidal flow is going to be quite significant.
Yeah, significance and understatement. It's very interesting up there.
Yeah.
Very, very interesting.
Get a ferry onto Yell. Another one onto Unst. Pick up Pen's daughter Freya. And then drive to the very top. By the time we got there, the adrenaline started to wear off.
I'm knackered. I've had 9 hours sleep in the past 3 days.
It's just a horrible experience. Rushing.
So let's skip ahead.
Right. You'll be astonished to learn that I'm ready to depart. You can see there's minimal swell here in the fjord, but things will change somewhat when we get out into the North Atlantic proper.
And why are you towing a kayak rather than sitting in it?
It's a long story, Michelle.
Once we got out of the shelter of our immediate harbour and set out into Borough Firth, you had the swell coming from the north-northwest, you had the waves and the wind coming from the northeast, and it just became evident that to go by kayak wasn't possible. And that dream died halfway up Borough Firth.
Sad times. Or should I say responsible times?
Speed's full.
The swell was pretty serious and got more and more so until we got to the entrance to the fjord. We could see Outstack at this point to the north of us.
straight up there to the Arctic North Pole. Straight, nothing in the way. The water doesn't know which way to go.
The sea state was getting increasingly confused and rough. Would I be secure enough on the rock that I could be left high and dry as the swell went down before the next one came in?
You want to keep on this side? You want to keep on this side of the island? It looks like the best place for a lead. Yeah. You can see the swells pushing over the other side, so it's going to be slamming on to the north face. So if you can't get on this side, you're not going to get on it.
When I got really close, I thought, you know, I can't do it. I just can't. I think it's over.
Cool. Give me the painter. I'll deal with that. You can even just bring it along.
We were very lucky to be able to go out to Outstack today. That was one of those days when you could actually approach the stack. There'll be even fewer days when the swell is so limited that you could actually get onto Outstack, and this just wasn't one of those days. What was it like being with me there? Because we've never been on a
I'm glad that Nick
proper
was
adventure
driving.
together.
I'm definitely glad that it was Nick driving.
What, rather than me? Oh, great.
He knows what he's doing.
Yeah, thank you. Cut. Unbelievable.
Is there still a dream to get to Outstack then?
Joe, it's going to be one of those really annoying things now, because I've been to Outstack once before and got even closer. I was in about 5 metres of it, and the swell was just a bit too much. We got to within about 20 metres, 30 metres this time. And I think I've realised that this is going to take a serious effort. I just would like to be one of those people, with as many of my crew as possible, who made it to Outstack. It's not important, it's certainly not worth risking life and limb to get onto it. Only one thing motivates me now, and that is how I can best advance the cause to protect the North Pole. Nothing else matters. You can see Outstack over my shoulder, is it? Okay.
Your other shoulder, yes.
That one. Outstack is only 380 miles from the Arctic Circle, and that's a distance that is shorter than the distance from London to Edinburgh. The reason we're here is to show we're further north than people. It means a lot to me. We're right here, and I'm fumbling around. The point was to demonstrate what the northernmost land of the United Kingdom looks like, and to demonstrate just how far north it is, by which I mean really how close it is to the Arctic.
So do you feel you've achieved?
I do, I absolutely do.
Was it nice to have a little paddle at the end of the trip?
Well, yes, because, you know, at the end of the day, I was a bit cheesed off.